All right, this is the episode 2 of Enlight Podcast, and today we have Eustace and George.
What's up?
Hey.
First time meeting you here.
Yeah, for those people who don't know, Eustace and George and me were in a band, metal band, and we've started in uni, 2018.
I like how you phrase that as a question. We started at uni?
The thing is, like, I don't know where, like, because it leads up from college. We finished college, and then technically we haven't even started uni when we started talking about the band. So, like, kind of like around that August time, we sort of talked about it.
Well, we talked about meeting up before we even started. I forgot about that. It was through Facebook, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we all went to ACM. I did guitar, and
bass. Oh wait, no, I did creative artistry.
Was it like
which I shouldn't have
songwriting?
done, but yeah.
Yeah, we can get into that.
We'll get to that, yeah.
Yeah, so before uni, there was like a Facebook page for like just a network. So when you start, you got some friends, you can create bands. What was really cool was like everyone was like trying to create bands before they even started uni. So I could see like loads of people, like, you know, like I'm starting a rock band, metal band, and all of that. And then Eustace, do you want to talk about how we started as a band?
Yeah, it was so I was mates. Actually, I am mates with this dude named Freddie. Hey, by the way, if you're listening, Fred, hello. We contacted you, I think, first, because we were looking to start a band, and so were you.
Yeah, I posted a video of me like playing like a 7-string guitar, and then I just made like looking for musicians.
Yeah, and then I think it's Freddie that contacted you actually.
Yeah.
And was like, "Hey, what's up? You want to meet up?" I think you were the last one, George.
Yeah, I find like the way that I got into the band kind of interesting, because if I hadn't happened to be on my phone and scrolling Facebook at the exact minute that Freddie posted that they wanted a bass player for Rowett, I probably wouldn't be here. Like someone else would have taken it up. If I hadn't happened to just like see and immediately be like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, it was so random because you were not into metal. Like
at
you
that
was.
Time, I went through like a big indie phase.
Yeah.
Which like indie's cool, but I found my footing a lot more with the metal stuff.
Yeah.
With the indie, I was trying to find what I wanted to do. I made some stuff that like I think was okay, but I think
But like your social media wasn't like based on like, it wasn't like metal.
Yeah, it was very alt indie, like yeah.
Yeah, if you hadn't replied to that ad, we probably wouldn't have approached you. So yeah, so I posted that video. You messaged me. Let's create a band.
I think it was me, Freddie, and you, and then George.
And then we auditioned for a couple of drummers, and then Rory. Settled with Rory. Initially we had 3 guitarists, and now we're back to 3 guitarists.
Freddie had to leave.
Yeah, but shout out to Freddie if you are listening.
Yeah,
would be cool to like get him on the podcast as well.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know, he was talking about coming down to London at some point. So I was like,
yeah,
I might message him.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That'd be cool. I think Rory messaged me as well the other day. It was like he wanted to check the studio out.
Yeah.
It's just like, again, Rory, if you are listening, always welcome at the studio. But yeah, let's talk about uni. Like how much now we finished at 2020, and it's been good 6 years.
Goddamn.
Do you think it's been really useful? Like I'm talking about going uni specifically for music. Obviously, when people want to be a doctor, you kind of have to go, you know. But like in music, there's always this debate, and so many people have asked me, is it useful to go uni? So I kind of want to, like, I have my thoughts about, I kind of want to say.
I think so, personally. Like, I think I knew, like for instance, like very little theory, and I wasn't really interested in much, but I think like some of the teachers' like enthusiasm for like that sort of side of stuff got into me, like some of the jazz guitarists, and I'm not really into jazz. I love some jazz albums. Shout out Charles Mingus.
I haven't even heard
Classic.
Charles Mingus.
Black Satan, the Sinner Lady, I think is an album you should listen to. That's like a classic. That's like one of the first jazz albums that I actually like really got into. But anyway, a lot of these lectures like into like jazz and blues type stuff that I'm not really into, but I like their enthusiasm, and that kind of caught on to me, and I'm like more into like music theory type stuff because of them. So it depends on like the lectures as well.
Would you say like you understand music theory more?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I think that's not the only reason I'm happy with uni. If we didn't go to uni, we wouldn't even be here doing this podcast right now.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of.
I know George has like a different take.
Yeah, I mean, my like you just said, it's the fact that I'm here now that made uni worth it for me. But I also think that my basically I'm not happy really academically with what I got out of uni, but I'm not blaming that entirely on ACM because I don't think I picked the right choice. I didn't think enough about it. I kind of was like, okay, we're just going to go into this. I got into ACM.
I don't think we ever even mentioned that we went to ACM. So.
Oh yeah, name drop.
Oh, I did.
Cut that out if you don't want to name drop.
You did?
No, I did. I did say we went to ACM.
Oh, I am a fool. Continue.
But it doesn't matter though. Like,
yeah, I'm not slamming them. It's my own. Yeah.
ACM. We went to ACM Guildford.
Yeah.
Shout out to. I'm trying to remember my lecturer's name. Tom was cool.
Tom was awesome.
Georgia was awesome. You know, classical guitarist. But yeah, it's just like you said, like they were so like into teaching you.
But Tom and Georgia are probably the two teachers I probably mainly refer to.
Yeah, because like Tom was into like
metal.
Well. So like whenever we did like Opeth stuff, like he was super.
When we talked about like prog and stuff, like he got it.
Tom pretty much saved my degree. I could get into. He pretty much
with your Opeth album. What was that you did? You like.
Yeah,
transcribed the whole of Blackwater Park or something, was it?
Kind of. I kind of want to let George finish because he was like saying the uni stuff.
Oh, the general vibe of what I was going to say was just like, I don't think academically I went into it with the right preparation. Like even down to like student loan stuff, I was like missing loads of lectures because I just started driving. I was trying to pay for my car to get there and stuff. I was just missing out a lot. But like if I hadn't seen that one message, it would have been totally different. But I mean, I think with the right preparation and stuff, you'd get a lot out of it. But you can't just go into it kind of like not thinking about it like I did, or not thinking hard about.
Not thinking hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the whole jack of all trades thing because the creative artist course is what that was.
Yeah.
Would you say that's what you were like advertised?
Yeah.
For it to be.
But by the way, when I went for my audition, I accidentally prepared everything for the base course without realizing, and then I had to pull up a demo on my phone because I didn't have anything prepared.
It's just so rude. My mum's calling me. I'm just gonna hang up. Sorry about that. For me, I would say like definitely worth it, but there's like so many things I could talk about. I would say like firstly, if you're gonna do music in uni, at some point you're gonna want to do music as a career, whether it does open up to other things like teaching as well, because now you have a degree. You can do like a teaching course and then you can teach music. And I know people who find passion in that. So most common misconception would be like people think you go to music and then you become famous, or like, are you going to be famous? But there's so many skills that you learn and it does open the door. But especially unis like ACM, I think from my experience, it's such a good uni, but like 50% of people were just coasting it. And it's like, if you don't take it seriously, and it's kind of like you get what you put into it.
Yeah.
So if you have like, let's say our goal was to like pretty much do the band thing, I think, during uni, that whole 2 years.
Yeah.
And we were so focused in it like uni, like the assignments and all of that became kind of like a second thought.
I was lucky to find you guys. I'd say the one thing I was solid on when it came to uni was like, I want to join a serious band.
Yeah.
Before I started uni, I guess you call it like a gap year. I really wanted to get into a band and like get things moving, get gigging and stuff. Outside of the uni thing, at least at the time for me, it was so hard. It was so hard to find people that took it like seriously, yeah. Not to discredit anyone, but like seriously to try and really make something out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a band in college. Like, I always wanted to do music, like, since year 7. You know, like, I was going to do music, and that's the pathway, wherever, like, whatever, college, uni, wherever I go. So, in college, I had a band, and it was kind of like innocent. It's kind of like your first love kind of thing, you know? Like, when I created that band, I'm like, we're gonna like shoot off with this band kind of thing. And it's like, it's very innocent. But then when that band didn't work out, I was like, because that band was my baby, it's Savara with Ben, you know? And shout out to Ben, by the way, drummer for Rowett for a long time as well. He was with us
Couple
for
years?
Yeah.
a couple of years. So I was in a band with Ben. That didn't work out. So when I went uni, my main goal was to find a musician to create a band. But I wouldn't have the studio if it wasn't for uni. Like, fun fact, Enlight Studios got created because of the last assignment in uni. Do you remember there was like an assignment where you had to like create like a website? It was like a marketing
I
thing.
remember.
Yeah, that assignment. So as part of that assignment, I created Enlight Studios, just as a name, you know, and then we had to create a website, and I went all in, and I named it Enlight because Enlight EP was the first thing I've ever produced, like proper thing. So I wouldn't have the studio if it wasn't for that. The website that people use to like book rehearsals, studio sessions, it's still the same website I've created in ACM.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. But like, that goes to say, if it wasn't for ACM, like, I wouldn't have it. But it wasn't direct. It wasn't because of the certificate. I have this. It was like the things that I did. And then I went off to do masters. I'd say that was less helpful because it was during the lockdown. So I didn't really get...
Lockdown ruined the whole last year for me.
Did you do that 2021?
Yeah.
The masters, yeah.
So I was like thinking, should I do online masters? Because it's like, I think 50% of the price off to doing like the full thing. But music, it doesn't really make sense doing it online, right? So I was like, let me pay like the whole 10k or 9k, whatever it is, to get the full experience. And then lockdown happened, and then I ended up doing it online anyways, and I had to pay the full price, and then did like an online degree. So it was really bad. We did have a petition to like do like a refund, and they never gave the money back for like half the session.
That's the dark side of like university. It is a business.
Yeah, and another thing with ACM is like threshold of getting into it is so low.
Well, that was kind of a soft point that I was making, as like, might have ended up on a better course if, you know, that they were like, you're not ready, pal. Like, when I show up with prepared for the wrong things for the wrong course.
Yeah.
Like, that probably should have been a warning.
I'm going to name drop here, but when I auditioned for ACM and BIM, and ACM, my audition piece was Periphery Marigold. That was what I played for the thing, and I can't remember the theory question. In BIM, I went to audition, and I was just checking out the amp because I needed something with distortion in it to play that song. So I'm sound checking, like putting the gain thing.
Yeah.
And then
I remember this story. I remember this.
And I turn around and it's like, you're in. And then I'm like, I traveled like 2 hours on a train. mind you, I'm a student, so train money was expensive at that time, you know, and traveled to 2 hours. I went there, sound checked, and you're telling me I'm in, and I've like really prepared for this.
It feels kind of hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if this what I'm getting, then I'm just not in. And yeah, and ACM happened. Went to ACM. I'm gonna talk about how Tom saved my degree.
Yeah.
So
I remember you told me this.
my
go on.
dissertation, like the thesis, I would say, was Blackwater Park, harmony and melodic analysis of Blackwater Park, Opeth,
Yeah.
my favorite album of all time. And the supervisor I got was not like a music supervisor. It was more like an academic supervisor, right? So I did like a lot of detailed analysis on this musically. Obviously, the academic supervisor would not understand anything of it. And then I had a couple of meetings, and she was like, can't remember if it was he or she. I think it's she. She was like, yeah, it's great. And then I submitted it. When I got the result back, it was like 39%. You know? And then I'm like,
That's not right.
No.
Were you like, this feels wrong?
At first I was depressed, man. I'm like, I failed. But then I'm also confident of my ability.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Did you feel like, wait a minute, I swear I did better than this?
Like every single, like I did analysis of window pane before that, prior to that, and a different assignment. I got like 90% or something.
I think that's the same assignment where I did Face of Melinda.
Yeah,
That's right.
We did that together,
Yeah.
and then I got really high mark. So I was really depressed, and I'm like, how does this even make sense? And I put it together that it was because the person did not understand like the musical analysis of it. She went with more of like academic thing, but like, why would you have that?
Yeah.
And then I messaged Tom, and then
Did you ask him for like a second opinion or something?
no. Tom was the one who
Insisted?
basically failed me. Basically, like he was the marker, right? But then Tom was like, he reached out, and then he was like, Sim, this can't be right because I've seen your analysis of what was the song, Window Pane,
Window pane. Yeah.
and that was really good. So how can you have the same thing? And then I'm like, I don't know. I told the supervisor this, that, and then she was like, oh, it's all good. And then I failed, and I don't know what to do. And then he took time out of his hours. I'm pretty sure he's not getting paid to like help me, but he gave me like a detailed feedback, and then spent time like personally like do this, and then I did everything he said, resubmitted it, and then end up getting first class honors. It's like, how do you give me 39% and then
Yeah,
like,
the jump.
yeah, it's like, it makes no sense. But like, big shout out to Tom. I don't know if he still works in ACM, but
Yeah, I don't know.
if it wasn't
It's
for
the second
him,
time you're shouting him out.
yeah, if it wasn't for him, I would have probably failed uni, or I would have had to retake the exam, which would have been capped at 40. The appeal went successful, so it wasn't capped at 40% anymore, so it went higher.
Okay.
So yeah, so I would say the lecturers were really helpful, but
Yeah.
that's just in guitar. I don't know how it was for songwriting.
Yeah. I mean, I can't lie. I can't remember any lecturers'
Nah,
names.
that's fair.
But that
That's
says a
fair.
lot, though.
To be fair, I remember faces. I remember like interactions and stuff, but like I can't think of much in the way of like personal kind of memorable like conversations and stuff, and like really kind of like progressing me
Yeah,
type stuff.
I would say shout out to Brian Henry as well. He was vibing at that Ghost of Perdition.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
When we that was one of the last things we did as well. That was during COVID.
That was the start of COVID, where it was still a bit scary.
Yeah.
You know when like COVID was like your face is gonna melt kind of thing.
Everyone was nervous because no one knew anything.
It was either February or March that we did the Ghost of Perdition performance.
Lockdown started March, so it was probably like
that was
January
the final
or
thing
February.
we've ever done there.
Yeah,
and
it had to be March, I think.
I'm pretty sure I had COVID at that time.
Yeah, you were you came in and you were like, George, can you sing the parts like
Yeah.
on the day?
Yeah, can you
Yeah.
just like sing Opeth?
Can
Yeah.
you? And
That is
yeah.
kind of yeah.
You did a good
obviously
job,
the,
though.
The people here obviously didn't see it, but I just did Ghost of Perdition, all cleans and none of the screams.
Yeah, because
'Cause I
you
wasn't
don't
even gonna
really
try.
scream, right?
Yeah,
So-
I wish I could, but it's not.
I'm pretty sure I had COVID. We had to cancel the gig next. Remember, we had a gig next day
Mm.
at Brighton.
Yeah, and you were like too sick.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then we called them and was like, "Sorry guys, we have to cancel the gig because of COVID. We're all sick." And then they got really mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna mention who,
Yeah.
but they were like, "Oh, you guys are not dedicated." I'm like, "It's like global pandemic. Like, what
Yeah.
are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And it's like, it wasn't the time where it was like, now you have
Now
COVID,
we can look
it's like-
back and it's really simple.
But
Yeah.
but it's like now you have COVID. It's like, yeah, I have COVID.
Yeah.
It's like then you had COVID. It's like, are you gonna
You
die?
can kill me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember like I used to do like housework for people and stuff when I was in uni, and I like went over there, and then like the next day they're like, "Oh, by the way, I had COVID. I hope that's cool." And I was like, "You what?"
It was so
It was so scary.
man.
George, you had COVID like 4 times.
I've
I
had it
swear to
like 4
God.
times. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I didn't get tested for that because test wasn't even out at that time. But I'm pretty sure I had it then, but I've never had it again. But I'm pretty sure I had it multiple times, just haven't been like tested.
Yeah.
But I remember like it was a bit crazy because I thought my dad was going to pass away at one point because of COVID, because he had COVID and he was like
Oh, yeah.
struggling to breathe. And then I saw him like walking, like really gasping for air,
Yeah,
right?
it affects like some people a bit more extremely than others,
Yeah.
depending on the health conditions.
But that was at the time where like we had like every time you hear like you put on the news, it's like 100,000 people have died from
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
COVID.
Watching like graphs all day.
Yeah, I went for a walk. I'm like, I think I'm gonna lose my dad. Like I went for like, and then like, he went hospital. Everything was fine. I did lose a lot of people that I know, like a lot of older relatives from COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. I think unfortunately a lot of people had that, like not necessarily, like people in the same age range, but like relatives and stuff. Yeah.
I went to like a funeral during COVID, and it was the saddest thing ever because the person passed away. His wife did not, like, couldn't see him because the COVID contamination, right? So they had to put his body like separately, and in the funeral, like, it was all in a box, so she couldn't even see her husband in the funeral. And it was kind of sad.
It's really strange how like a lot of people, it feels kind of like collectively everyone's kind of not forgotten, but like we have to actively think like, but that happened, like that actually happened.
It technically still is happening. Like COVID didn't go away. It's just
Yeah.
around as like people just got used to it.
Yeah.
Do you think like
It just-
people are still dying of COVID though?
Maybe some, but it's because it's like not big anymore. It's probably not being like as pushed to be reported to the front page news or whatever.
Yeah, but one thing that doesn't make sense is like, how can it just disappeared?
It hasn't
It
disappeared.
hasn't
That's what I'm
disappeared,
saying.
yeah.
It's just people aren't just talking. The news isn't
But
just
like,
covering
how
anymore.
come like the death tolls have like gone down?
Vaccination, mostly, I think. Mutations and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the science, but once vaccinations rolled out, it like dropped off really suddenly
yeah.
because it's preventative.
I guess like people are like really against that as well.
Yeah.
There's like,
I mean,
the
anti-vaxxers.
the conspiracy theories
Yeah.
that of some of those people are funny.
But with that at that time, like I kinda get why people didn't wanted to get vaccinated.
It's definitely the most justifiable it's ever been to not want it because it was rushed.
But I thought it was a bit rude for you, like, you kind of had to get vaccinated because you couldn't travel.
And also affected employment
Yeah.
in some situations.
Did some jobs make it like mandatory to get vaccinated or no?
All
For a while,
jobs,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all jobs made it mandatory.
I didn't work in a care home at the time, but I think that was like, obviously you're working with vulnerable older people, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but segueing from that,
Yeah, very deep.
COVID time was still like the best time I've had. I loved it.
It was really
I
strange.
love how you. Sorry,
Yeah.
I love how you went. So yeah, I lost a lot of relatives there. Oh, it was the best. Sorry, but just a segue of that.
There were okay.
I loved it, man. Like,
Not the deaf part.
Yeah.
Which-
Okay.
obviously.
So obviously that aspect of it completely out of the picture, right? There was like a strange kind of like community feeling because we were all trying to cope with being stuck inside. We were all trying to find stuff to do together and like to interact.
I was doing all my favorite things because I had so much time.
Yeah.
I was like playing so much guitar.
Yeah, I was practicing guitar all the time and stuff, and like setting myself goals and projects and stuff.
Yeah, I did URM. I used to spend like 8 hours learning how to mix, and like that's when my production skills like went up because I had so much time. If it wasn't for COVID times and all the time I had, I don't think I would be as good at like music production as I would be now. Started painting, like I would never paint, you know. I was just like,
I was gonna say I started smiling to myself because I was thinking that's like a really good life skill that you're developing, and then I was thinking like I think I got really good at painting Warhammer. Like during
Is
COVID.
that did you model paint before then, or is that when you started?
I was into it before, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was doing paint by numbers, like I was just doing
Yeah,
like random.
we were just doing
things.
anything.
Yeah.
Like people were making like baking, and they didn't care about baking. They just wanted something to do.
I went for like a solo walks. Like
Yeah.
I don't do that now. I just
Yeah.
don't go on a walk. But like, you know, and what was I gonna say? I wrote a lot of Rowett demos.
Yeah, same.
That's making it into the album now. Like some of it is from like during that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like I wish there was a lockdown again. Without
I
the
don't.
death.
I don't.
Yeah.
Without the death.
An optional lockdown with no consequences for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't wish there was a lockdown again.
Yeah.
But I did.
Roll that back. Cut that.
Yeah. No, without the death, like I started in like podcasts during lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. We recorded Conquer, Rowett single, in lockdown.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
I remember sitting in my room, like recording all the bass parts like on my own, trying to make sure I like do a good job.
yeah. Trying to think.
We did like a separate music play along video that I
Yes,
think is still up.
There's lockdown videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was not too bad.
Yeah. They're just like trying to do whatever.
Yeah. But now like imagine like put all these time into music, yeah? I'm saying like spent 8 hours doing music, like practicing my craft. Lockdown was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, yeah, can you create me a death metal music?
Oh my.
AI. Let's get into AI.
Okay.
Let's
sure.
get Let's get into it.
AI for music.
For music, yeah. Bold statement. It's bad. I know, brave of me to say.
I think like, but Artist, the first guest, he was like, yeah, it's fine. Let people do whatever they want. Because I asked him for art. What do you think of like,
For art.
yeah, like you create like art, so you take like weeks creating this. Like, what's your sentiment on if I just go, can you create me an acrylic style painting of this? And then like, he was like, still like, let people do what they want kind of thing.
My take would be that I don't mean this in an aggressive way, but I don't think you can really call AI art I think that's kind of like I forget the phrase, but like saying something that isn't what you're saying it is.
I agree.
It's like you're taking other people's art and then it's using that as reference to create like a logical thing rather than a creative thing. That would be my take.
I genuinely think it's just stealing music.
Yeah.
Because if someone goes, can you create a song in style of Rowett? Good luck for AI to figure that out, because all our songs are like different.
You could probably do it with like Metallica. Like,
yeah, but then like it would look at our data and it would steal how we write, and then like I kind of want to do that, but then just to check it out.
I think like unironically some model of music, because Suno is like the biggest one, but there's like a bunch of smaller ones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because what these, I could be a little bit wrong, bear with me though. They basically, all these AI programs, they basically scour the internet for music, and I think they're like completely indiscriminate. So from the smallest to the from the smallest band to the top, so we might be in like a data pool of bands of like, okay, this is like this type of category. and we're like used as reference material or whatever.
Yeah, I think that one of the main
because
issues...
they just sweep everything up without asking any artists for like their permission or anything.
Exactly, like loads of DALL-E was one of the first big like image ones before it became AI like everything.
Yeah, you remember when AI was like at the beginning of like 2023, 2022, it was like kind of just like a funny, it was kind of like a funny joke thing. It's like, oh, imagine what if Shrek was viewed through a dash cam. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I thought it was like, oh yeah, that's funny, and that kept spiraling out of control.
In like 2023 roughly, there was this period where it didn't feel so sinister. Like, I could admit, I made some silly little songs.
I think that's fun though. Like,
I mean, I'm not trying to pawn it off and sell it. I'm not trying to like publicly make like a art project out of it. But like, I don't use it anymore because it just feels scummy. Like what it's built on.
I think it's just like straight up like stealing music, like I said, and it's just like, I genuinely think if there is any integrity left for all these streaming platforms, it should be that the best scenario would be like, if it's AI music, you can't post it. That would be the best scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a better scenario could be AI music, you can't get paid.
You can't monetize it.
You can't monetize it. Yeah. Which is fair because you did not put effort to create that music. So why are you getting paid for it?
I feel like while I would love that, I feel like the most realistic thing that could happen in best case scenario, I think, is that people will still get paid for it because there's too much money going into this business, I think. But on the bright side, maybe I feel like people are lobbying or should lobby for like the sampling that was used, or not sampling, that's different, for the pools that that these AI companies took from like all the artists, that they get a share of the revenue.
I guess like kind of like when you do like YouTube covers, you give like percentage. Like when you do covers, you give a percentage.
It's a bit different because a cover is like you're still like, that's, even if it's like you're covering a song, it's still like you learn it is like there's artistry on the person playing it.
Yeah.
And it's not just a prompt.
Yeah, at least bare minimum, at least let it be disclosable that it's AI.
It should, the bare minimum should be like artists should be asked, can we take your music for this? But no one's being asked for it.
The prediction that I'm gonna give is that soon enough we'll have on Spotify a tag that will say this is AI music.
Yeah,
it will still be monetized.
Or this was made with AI tools, something like that.
There'll be a tag and there'll be no other consequences.
No, I think like using AI tools is not as bad as just AI music.
It's different when you apply it to
Yeah,
how do I say
I've
this?
seen some cool. Don't get me wrong. I think AI like as a whole has like a potential to do great things. Like I've read, like there's a lot of like health research being done, and I've seen this cool thing. I think it was a music tool where it was like a mix thing.
I mean, there are a lot of
Well,
plugins that uses AI, which I
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
Before all this, there's been tons of technology that uses it.
There's a difference between using AI tools and prompting.
That's
Something
what I
on a
mean. So
website.
like,
Yeah.
if it's like AI tools, like that's, I guess, acceptable. But then if it's like fully made out of AI, then there should be, you know, like when you listen to Spotify and if it has like explicit lyrics, it has that E symbol in it, like on the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, it detects
should,
it.
Yeah, it should be something like that, but it should be AI. But then what I don't get is like people who enjoy AI music. I think that annoys me more.
I think there's two problems there. One is that the person is not looking into like why that might not be, you know, a great thing to do. And then it's also the people that enable it. So like the people that host the platforms or whatever
Like
that are
Spotify.
doing, like enabling the practices and like creating these things in the first place. Like a lot of, like we're having a really in-depth conversation about this because we're relatively in tune to it, but the average person isn't thinking this hard about
It's
it,
like
and I think that's the problem.
Yeah, we're artists. We like care about the art of.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know musicians who genuinely enjoy AI music.
I think that I can't understand that
That's what I'm saying.
because I want to try to articulate why I hate like AI art, quote unquote, because it's like the thing about that I think it's bad. The thing that I hear a lot of people say like, oh, well, it's gonna sound better because a lot of AI stuff looks and sounds like bad, like because it does, like it sounds off. You can most like people can sometimes usually tell, but people are saying like, oh, but what if it gets better? That's not the point of even if it sounds good. The point is just the moral, like because I think that what's important about art is not just the end product; it's the process of making it or playing the instrument or mixing it or whatever. That's like it's the effort that someone has to put into it.
Yeah,
Into making it that makes it like what it is. Like when you listen to like an album that you really love, you can feel the fun and you can like hear the performance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like but even if it like replicates it, it's not real. I don't know how to explain it.
Part of why I
It's
do
like the
music
soul.
is because it's fun. Like I
Yeah.
enjoy the process. Sometimes I enjoy the process more than like playing. Sometimes, you know.
My favorite part, genuinely, about just music is just like the process of making something out of nothing.
Yeah. So like there was like this event I went to, or this like event going on, and they were playing AI music, room full of musicians, you know.
Yeah.
And then the person who plays AI music respects music, you know, like respects musician. That person has like some. So it's not like. Well, I would say it was a they. They were not like full-time musician, or they were not like doing music in a serious capacity like us, but like knew the knowledge of music and how it's created, respected it, and then showing other people this song is so good. And then I was getting so mad. I'm like, it's just like
Again, it's like I said, it's beyond the point that if it doesn't matter if it sounds good.
it's selfish of me because like at the end of the day, let people enjoy whatever they enjoy, but at the same time, it was like really hard to like not be mad. I was trying my best to not be mad at that, but
I
then
can see why. Yeah,
I have a hot take. I think sometimes people shouldn't enjoy what they enjoy.
what do you mean?
Like, well, this AI stuff is obviously
Like
the
One
biggest
Piece.
example. We'll get there.
Still
We'll get
go
there
there.
at some point. No, it's like. I wish I had a better example, but again, AI is the biggest example. But it's just bad for creativity.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like people buy into it, not realizing like the deeper kind of manipulation kind of aspects of it,
And then
and also some people will just defend it.
Yeah, there's so many things. It's not just the process of making music and all the effort. Everything about music, because music is culture, right? So when people get together, it creates culture. Like every scene, whatever you talk about, indie, metal, rock, jazz, blues, it has its own culture, like reggae, whatever it is. It's so deeply enrooted to culture. That just like defeats that whole thing. Like you have no culture anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
it's
kind of it kind of creates like an echo chamber where it's like you've got perfectly polished as it should sound music, and that's all you get. Like you can't get an AI or whatever technology they're going to use to recreate the mistakes that have like caused like some of the best albums ever to like be unique.
Yeah.
Like some of the most interesting stuff and like stuff that's standard now happened because of mistakes
Yeah.
and because of like technical limitations. But it's like part of the problem is that like I think a lot of the AI stuff has come into like conversation because now everyone can do what they want. Everyone has the power to make whatever video, whatever song. If anyone has an idea, even if it's a terrible idea that most people wouldn't bother to go through with,
Yeah.
you can do it.
You know what's weird? I going off of what you just said, that it's like gives everyone the power to do something. I think people without AI already have the power to create anything. Is the problem as well?
Yeah, we like, you know, let's say like we use AI. It's like we have an album out next week. We can do 10 songs with AI. We can probably prompt it how we like it.
People do that, like on
yeah.
Spotify. They'll release like, yep,
Can
another
create album art, you know, can create a whole video, you know.
one. Yeah,
And scariest thing is we can probably generate playthrough videos with our faces, but you know, for
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
Because one of the defenses, right, is like the whole I can't afford a guitar. I don't have access to this. I don't have access to that. So this is my way of creating.
Yeah.
It's like I would rather like someone show me the most like bare bones, low quality, improvised thing
I
Yeah.
instead.
I have a theory, and I'm gonna be optimistic about one thing coming out of this AI, and I think people as a whole genuinely have a curiosity towards like art made by other people. And what I think is going to happen with this AI boom, especially in music, is that people are going to go out looking for real experiences, whether it's like live shows, stuff like that. People are going to go looking for that like more actively because of this AI stuff, like just like going overboard.
I
think that the live industry might have like an uptick.
Partly it's also because of like I think like TikTok and Instagram Reels as well. Like
Yeah, that's a bigger part of the picture,
culture
right?
of like
Everything right now.
everything right now, even for people who post one video a day. Like I've learned about like Instagram SEOs and TikTok SEOs and all of that, you know. Like you have to post a video a day. So that's like music a day. Realistically, you can't really post music a day
Yeah.
in 1 minute.
So stuff gets worse. Stuff gets worse because people are rushing.
Yeah, so because of the pressure, they're now like using AI, and then now they're enjoying it because it's like it's easy money, you know. And it's like that culture is like I wouldn't be mad if TikTok just disappeared. I really wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I uninstalled it for my own sake like ages ago. I used to have it like for like 6 months, and I was like, I'm getting nothing out of this. Uninstalled.
If you really think about it while you're using TikTok, you probably realize it's just kind of making you sad. That's how I felt sometimes.
See, I have TikTok. I upload videos. Like everything I upload is just like guitar stuff, you know. Is it helping? Probably not. I don't want to like expose my social media for obvious reasons, but is it helping? Probably not. I deleted TikTok, and then, you know, like the person who encouraged me was like my wife. She was like, just keep uploading. Like, so I don't scroll in TikTok. I just upload and then leave. That's all I do.
Yeah. I mean, part of the problem as well is like, even if you don't want to use the TikTok and the scrolling format, like every other social media is like putting it in.
Well,
You
like
can't-
YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels.
Yeah. Instagram Reels, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, all that
And
stuff.
all these
It's
guitarists, like Instagram guitarists, are so good. Right? Like,
Oh, most of them fake it 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, and when I say fake, I mean like, syncing, like chopping audio, which is fine. But the problem is if they don't like.
It's
state
presented
that-
as if it's live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the issue.
yeah, and they're so good, and it creates a fake perception of musicians because you can't do that live. You can't, like, I could name like Tosin Abasi can't play how it is on the album live, but he's doing the best version of it, best performance of it.
And it's like I
live.
said again, it's awesome seeing him do it live.
Exactly, and it's like,
Because like, oh my god, this is a human doing this.
yeah, and like any inconsistencies to that album is actually good because it's live.
Makes it interesting.
Yeah.
I love hearing like different variations of stuff. Dedicated Hunter in Ghost of Perdition, where Michael sings it, like he phrases it differently, like for the rhythm as
Hunter.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he goes Hunter.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's like, yeah. And I love it. It's like guitar doesn't sound as clean live because it's distortion and it's like in a space. You know, it's like all of that. But I guess like one positive example I could give is like, let's say like there's something that you want to like recreate and like from a loved one that passed away, but you want to hear that voice, then I could like, for personal reason, you can probably AI it to hear that voice.
I think
They're getting a lot.
that's getting like really complicated because
But then like,
Yeah.
it's not for monetization reasons.
Yeah,
it's
I was
more for
gonna say
personal
you're
reason.
taking money out of the picture.
Yeah.
There's also the element of someone that can't consent to having themselves replicated. But for a private thing, I personally wouldn't. I don't think I could hold that against someone.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's like, I don't mind, like, if it's like my wedding photo, I don't mind just, like, just for a sentiment reason, just putting my grandma in there in my wedding photo, just to, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, for,
I do think topics like that are important to talk when it comes to AI because it is like the hot thing right now, and we'll probably see like rapid development in that within like the next 6 months even.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like, my point is, like, you can't be against it because it's not going to go away, it's the future. But, like, how can you
Yeah.
use it ethically? In, like, other fields, I think music is less in trouble. Like, I am pretty optimistic, but mediums where you can't, like, digital mediums are going to be more in trouble. Like, in filmmaking, I think a lot of people are going to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why I personally hate. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna diss every band, and you know who you are, who uses like AI music videos or AI cover art. Like, commission an artist. You can. There's so many artists everywhere looking for work, and there's so many awesome artists who like get no work who look awesome. Like,
There's someone out there that'll go on a budget for you if they like your idea.
Yeah.
it's funny how it's like how much the studio expands out past these couches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Humble brag.
The camera makes it seem like it's like a square room.
Yeah, it's massive, like, film studio now and music studio as well. So
Is it available for bookings?
are we going to
Is there
do
a
a
link?
plug?
Shout out Enlight Studios.
Always available for bookings, whether it's music video, podcast. Well, my goal is that people can do multiple things, whether it's music video, podcast, any shows that you do where you need like good background, good lighting, cameras, and-
Multi-purpose.
yeah,
basically.
but then audio as well, like mixing, mastering, recording. It's a whole thing. It's basic. I call it production house. 'Cause
Yeah.
you can go.
But
From,
it basically is.
yeah, you can go from like recording an audio right to recording a video. And then my goal was like musically, I can offer people well, if someone wants to record, like they want to rehearse, they will come here and then they'll say, oh, you can record a video. Record my album here, and they'll record an album. When you record an album, what's next? Oh, you want to do a video. And then that's when I started seeing them going away to like different people. And then I'm looking at these music videos and I'm like, no offense, but like, you know, it's like, I can do this. So that's exactly right timing. Kumon came into play. And then Kumon was like, do you want to do video shooting? I have all these equipments. And then I was like, we're at Enlight 2.0 second studio. So it wasn't big enough. So I was like, it was just right place at right time. But I still get, I guess like I would say I don't know about you guys, but I still get imposter syndrome for like this whole studio.
Yeah. I'm like so happy to have access to this, but it's like,
It's like, I've always dreamt of this, and it was like 15, 20 years into the future. It was like, I'm going to have my studio. Like, I'm going to build my own studio. People are going to come record. My band's going to come record. Like, and then it just happened. And then it's so weird.
Does it feel like you're outside of your own body? Like looking at yourself and it's like, damn, that's awesome.
I cannot process it. I legit cannot process it because sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, like, I can remember being like a teenager and like trying to make Reaper work with like no paid plugins, like all for free, and like thinking like, man, I'll be so happy if I can just have a room that I can make noise in with decent speakers that's treated. Like I'd be so happy. As like we have all this extra stuff to work with.
I think we have at least several rooms worth of space now.
Yeah, I started. Obviously, I started Enlight Studios in uni, and then I created a studio just in like a boxed room in my house, and then I moved to a bigger room, and then Vlad joined the band, and he was like, he's a carpenter, he can build stuff. That's when we wanted to go really serious with the band, and then we were tired of hiring all these studio pirate studios and
booking all these rehearsals.
It was like genuine, like stressful, and gave me anxiety.
Oh, speaking of old rehearsal spaces, I remember having to carry that 100-watt valve Marshall amp up like 3 flights of stairs and over a bridge for a 2-hour rehearsal.
For context, out of front there's a giant Marshall amp.
So the idea was like, let's find a small room we can pay monthly, and then we can just rehearse the band. So I had like studio equipment at my house that I've been like saving up and buying all these years. Shout out to student loan. And
everyone used that.
I was like to Vlad, well, why don't we... Sorry about my phone. Seriously. Not very professional. I was like, why don't we put all the recording equipment, then it can be like rehearsal room, and then we can record and people can come in and record. And then that just started this whole thing. And then I would say it was dedication as well, because instead of buying random things, I've always invested my money in music, and people are always like, you're always buying gear. Well, it paid off. And second thing is luck. Like, it was just finding right place at the right people at the right time.
I will say, like, there's been so many like ridiculously good deals and like people practically like giving stuff away that somehow you just end up with.
Right place at the wrong time is saying something. There's a running joke that we always said, Sim always knows a guy that about when it comes to anything.
I think it comes from just being a nice guy, where you can like just be chill with everyone, and then everyone has a trade, and then if you're like fun to hang around with, then when there's a trade and it's like, oh, I know this guy, like for example, artists, like, I know this cool painter, like I know someone who builds this, like, because like when I meet people, like I'm just like friends with them. And in a band as well, it's so important. Like I don't care if I have like the world's best drummer, if it's like not chill to work with, then it's just difficult.
No point. Yeah.
What do you think is like? What advice would you give to bands for longevity? You know, it's like, how would you make a band last?
How would you make a band
I think we're
last?
good to give that advice because
Yeah.
we've been going for 8 years.
I think I know what I would say, but like, it's like a bold statement, but think about it. Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
And when I say don't take it too seriously, I don't mean don't try, but I mean don't get hung up on perfection, because you're not going to get perfection. And I would say it's a lot better to just get something done and have it be finished and move on to the next thing, because it's not about never releasing anything and waiting for it to be perfect, because that's not going to happen. You've just got to keep doing stuff and accept that it's not going to be perfect and just keep going with it.
I know I can't remember what podcast I've heard this, but you never finish music, you just abandon them.
Yeah, that's I agree that that's like with anything to do with art. It's
I
like
think
you
about
you
it,
have
yeah.
to you have to learn when to let it go, and it's like
I think about it with like Conquer, and then like all these like things like we made, but then like there's like random points where I've listened to this, and then when we relearned Maya, I'm like, how did I
Oh, this
write
is
this?
so
Like
good.
the
Yeah,
solos
yeah.
and like how did we write this? Like that was like, so you do get like into that. I would also say like you got to be really understanding.
Yeah, you have to be a patient person. You have to kind of be a people person in a way, because it's a band is a relationship. You know, relationships
yeah.
can fall apart, and relationships can like suffer if you don't put enough like mental kind of energy into them.
segueing from that, and like relationships, another thing is that you should be or can be able to compromise.
True.
That's yeah. The thing is, like, I was in both sides. I was that person in college where I took it way too seriously, but then that came from like place of innocence as well. Like I really wanted to make this band work. Like I was like young, and then Rowett first couple of years, I said like first 1 year I was like super serious guy, you know. Like I guess you guys could like.
It's hard to even remember a lot of the conversations from them, but I think I can feel it. I would probably put that to like us loosening up, like the longer we'd known each other as well.
Yeah, and over the years, I realized like it's never gonna go like your way. It's just not, because there's four like at that time. Now there's five.
It's 5 now.
Yeah, there's four people, four different like personalities. That's one thing, but four different lives, and it's a lot easier in uni because we were young. We didn't really have responsibilities. Now you have responsibility, right? So it's like, I know bands that ignore other people's responsibilities, and then it's people just burn out. Like you have your own life, so it's important for your well-being. Like I can't expect you to like, you know, come to studio every week for a band rehearsal. That's just not realistic.
Yeah, I think when the uni period is over and you've got your, you know, your own relationship, you've got your rent, your mortgage,
Yeah.
it becomes a lot harder. I'm really happy and I'm really proud that we've still got Rowett still going strong. But
Yeah.
it was definitely, you know, it takes like a
We had a
consistent effort.
We had a struggle period.
I don't even think we had a struggle. We just had hiatus.
We had a
where,
quiet time when, you know, we were in between drummers and stuff.
Okay, a
and we
quiet
were
time is a
waiting.
better way to phrase it, I think.
Yeah, we weren't
Yeah.
done. We were just slowing down at that time because we couldn't really move forward without a drummer.
And like another advice is like you have to be okay with that. You will
Yeah.
never go like. You're gonna have slow periods where you're not gonna have a drummer or a musician, or you know,
some
like
health complication.
health complication, marriage, whatever, you have to understand that and be okay with that instead of going like, this person's not dedicated. But then a caveat to it is like, is that person like communicating? It's like,
Yes.
you got
yeah,
you got to be transparent. Like when I went to Nepal, I told you guys, I was like, I'm gonna go to Nepal for 2
Yeah.
months. Like, my life's about to change. I'm about to get married. This, that. But then if I didn't tell you that, I just disappeared, or like there's that lack of communication, you might think like, okay, Sim's not really into it anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
If you just dipped without saying
Yeah,
anything.
basically. So
Yeah.
I think like all of that, because I see like so many bands like falling apart because they take it way too seriously. It's like, you want to headline block stocks next year or something. It's
Yeah.
like, I want to play a block, but
We
it's like,
all want to headline festivals. There's 0.00 something
yeah,
of us that will do that. What's more important is that you're making, this sounds so cheesy, but you're making stuff that you love with people you love. There you go.
I agree with that message.
yeah.
And
But then
I'm being
like
sincere.
genuinely like being friends, like we hang out all the time. Like
Yeah.
we always have Rowett like to centralize, and then outside of that we hang out, we talk about
We watch movies together.
yeah.
We hang out at each other's houses and stuff.
Yeah, it's just that like communication. Don't take it way too seriously. Take the project seriously. It's
Yeah.
art, but don't take yourself too
Don't
seriously.
stress over the stuff that isn't a priority.
Yeah, and
make friction and stuff.
there are things that you cannot control, like personal band member problems, health, sickness, and be transparent like what you want. And I think that's it. That's it for like that. And yeah, it's like have we watched anime together?
I don't know if all three of us have.
I'm watching. I think we'll leave for another episode about anime because we've been going on for a little bit
This
now.
can be a teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can talk about anime at a different time. I think we would all love. We're all like into anime here.
Right, going into let's finish it off with like nice fun segment. I got 2 questions. Funniest moment in uni.
George, I would like you to go first.
The moon gel incident.
Explain the moon gel incident,
So
please.
for those of you that might not be like, as in touch with like the drums and the paraphernalia and stuff, you get this moon gel, use it to dampen like snare heads and stuff. It's like a putty. We were in a rehearsal, and just like on a whim, I was holding it, and I thought, I'm gonna throw this at Eustace's head, and that doesn't sound as funny as me saying that, but it was the best throw. Like, look at me. But this was the best throw of my entire life. It went dead straight in the middle of his forehead and made like a
like
it was
a
beautiful.
whack
Yeah.
sound
yeah.
Like
on my forehead, and
splash it on
it's
your head.
stuck.
It's stuck.
Stuck.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't say anything because
The thing
everyone
is,
just
it's the
laughing
reaction because
for,
he
like-
just stood there with the moon gel.
Everyone was like laughing for like 5 minutes straight, and I literally couldn't say anything. Just
There's
this
no,
was at the end of a rehearsal, right?
yeah. There's no comeback that you can make.
The thing is,
Dude.
why would you do that? That's the thing.
I don't even remember why it happened. I just
I
remember
was
that
so
it did.
unprovoked.
Isn't that what they call cognitive dissonance? It was like in that moment, I just thought, yeah.
I'm gonna quickly double check the camera.
It's probably just the TV. Like, no
I mean,
six.
we're rolling from there, so it's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I have a suggestion if you're struggling to think.
You have it. Go on.
Go and have a cupcake, Faye.
Oh my
No,
god.
I'm not gonna add that. I'm not gonna add that. It's funny,
Alright,
but I
cut.
can't add that.
Alright, okay. This is where we cut from.
This is like Jonas going.
I think the funniest moment, at least one of, I can't think of the funniest, but it's when we were carrying my Harley Benton cab, and it was like, what was I say about the tubes? Do you remember that? What was it that I said?
Yeah, for your wooden cabinet with speakers in it had tubes.
It was something along those lines. Just for reference, I am better at like with like music tech now, but it, like still not my strong point. But even back then, I was like, what's a tube amp?
Yeah, I got two. Going off from that tube app thing, I can't remember if it was you or
100%
Ben.
in the cab.
I was playing sound checking, and then I was far away from my amp. I can't remember if it was you or Ben. I think it was you. You were like stood next to my amp.
It was
right?
Ben.
It was Ben.
Oh, it was Ben.
It was Ben.
Yeah, so I was like, can you like stand? I should have said, can you put my amp on standby?
You said
Yeah?
can you stand by my amp?
Yeah, but like I should have phrased it better. I should have said like, can you put my amp on standby? But I was like, can you stand by my amp? And it was like quicker way of saying it. And then
It's pretty obvious where it goes.
yeah, this guy just like stood, like walked up to the amp and then just stood by it and then just looking at me and was like, can you stand by it? And then he's just like,
I am.
yeah, and then it just became like an awkward thing. And I think another funniest moment is Eustace in lecture halls.
I wasn't there, but I can picture it.
So there was like all these like people like in lectures, like we would like have like a discussion about a topic or something, right? And we had like all these people like would say like, I'm trying to think what topic, like let's say Justin Bieber's fourth album was like the best thing ever, and then Eustace is like it's like
For audio listeners, Sim just slowly raised up his hand, imitating me.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're recording from there.
Yeah.
But it's like, he would do this, yeah.
Excuse me.
No one asked him to get involved. And he's like, excuse me. So I fully disagree with this person. And then he was just like, slate everyone. He's like, I disagree because it's not because, you know, gore guts.
Shout out Gore Guts.
I rage baited him before rage bait was a thing.
You were rage baited me. I remember where it was at the Weatherspoons.
Yeah, we were just walking out.
When that bit started.
So Eustace loves Gore Guts. I love Gore Guts.
One of my favorite death metal bands.
Yeah, I love Gore Guts. It's one of my favorite death metal bands. But then I pretended I didn't like Gore Guts, and then I was just like to Eustace.
I forgot what you even said.
It was like Gore Guts like so mid, and it was like so bad.
And I think like, for the first time, I think I genuinely took the bait.
Yeah, and then at first you were like, no, they're not. They're like actually really good. And then he would say like the harmony and then the riffs.
Yeah.
And then now I'm like
reeling in the hook.
Yeah, and then I compared it to like some really bad band. And then it was like, yeah, but they're just doing everything they're doing. I can't remember what band it was. And then he lost it. He was like fuming. He was like,
I can't even refute this because I don't remember exactly how mad I was, but I know I was.
You probably weren't mad, but you probably had the split second thing of like,
you know, he didn't say anything to me, but he was just like really mad. His face was like, I've never seen him that angry. I genuinely haven't seen you that angry.
Genuinely put him in a foul mood.
Yeah. And all these people that you disagree with, like I was friends with them. And then
we had to be like, sorry.
They would come up to me. It's like your friend is just like, I'm not gonna say the exact word, but you know, it's just like not nice. And then
I'm nice.
And then I'm just like, he's actually a pretty chill guy. You know, it's like every now and then he just disagrees.
I just like to speak my mind.
I was literally about to say that. I was gonna say, whether you like it or not, Eustace will speak his mind. Doesn't mean he doesn't like you.
For better or worse.
Yeah. But you will hear the truth.
Okay, next section, last section. Top 5 album.
What? Period?
Metal album. Top 5 metal album.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna... No, let's go... Top 5 metal album of all time for you. So,
for me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna... This list might change depending on my mood, but I'll just say how I just feel off the top of my head. from from least to most liked, I'd say. Number 5 is, oh my god. Oh my, what did I forget? It's the Gorguts album, the one where it's
Obscura.
Obscura by Gorguts. Shout out. Ulcerate. Shout out, Australian like tech dissonant death metal band. Their second to last album, Stare Into Death and Be Still. Deaf, Human. That's what I'm feeling. I always switch between Human, Symbolic, and what's the last one?
Individual thought patterns.
Yeah, and the last one.
Sound of Perseverance.
And Sound of Perseverance. Human, Symbolic, or Sound of Perseverance.
To me, like Human is like the.
I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I feel like Human right now is like scratching my itch. Opeth, Still Life. I love Blackwater Park Sim, but that's like always at the peak for me. And number 1, that is really hard. Oh my god, you're putting me on the spot. You know what? Number 1, I'm gonna keep a mystery because.
You can't do that.
You can't
what are
do
you
that.
talking about?
No. You can't make me choose number 1.
Okay.
That is so hard.
I will say on the spot, there's probably bands that I really love that just aren't coming to me right now because it's like a spur question, but I can try and answer.
I should have rephrased the question because there's like top 5 metal albums of all time that that you think has made an impact or like that you personally liked.
Like influential,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
If Primus isn't on there, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Considering
I don't know. Primus is more like. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable putting Primus in a metal list of albums.
I would give you a cheat. I would say,
Or Biffy Clyro.
if it's like albums from same band, you can name different albums.
Yeah.
So you can be like,
I'm gonna try. If I can't think of anything, I might resort to that. So, are you
Is that
you
like-
finish?
George, you can go. He can
Okay.
search his number one spot.
I'm trying to think.
Okay, Eustace is gonna think. I'm gonna
For my
also
number
try
1.
and think. I can't do it in order. Pig Destroyer, Prowler in the Yard.
Goated album. Good choice.
Death, Sound of Perseverance
Just trying to be different from me.
is my favorite. Job for a Cowboy, Sun Eater.
Is that the one with like the colorful artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The like
I
guy
like that,
flying and
yeah.
stuff. You made me forget my next one. I'm gonna say Iron Maiden, Power Slave.
I can't fault that.
Aranzi Pazuzu. I'm probably not saying this right. Ilmistis. The green murky album cover.
That's good.
Right. I would say for me,
Dillinger Escape Plan Miss Machine.
was that 5? I think that's
That-
6.
yeah.
It was-
I won't add one more because then it would be like 6 or 7
Right,
albums
yeah.
I list. Oh, I squeaked. Sorry.
Saint Anger. I'm joking.
Saint Anger,
It's
number
the best
1.
snare of all time.
Number 1.
Yeah, I actually like Saint Anger.
That is a hot take.
I like them. Sorry, I like the album.
The best snare for not that album, but I love that snare.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. Okay, I'm not gonna do it in order.
Yeah, it's
Like,
too
it's
hard
just
to
like-
do it in order.
Top 5 that I like. And I said you can pick different albums from the same band.
Oh yeah.
So I would go Opeth. I would put Ghost Reveries and Blackwater Park.
If you said Morning Rise, that would be like unexpected.
Yeah, Blackwater Park and Ghost Reveries. The thing with Blackwater Park is like I've done dissertation on it. I should be sick of it, but I'm not. Like
Yeah.
I was listening to Bleak like yesterday morning, so it's like I would put Still Life and Watershed there as well, but I can't. That would be cheating. You can put at least maximum 2. Gojira, I forgot the name now.
I'm gonna guess Way of All Flesh.
Way of All Flesh. Yeah.
I thought of my number one, by the way.
Okay, we'll get back to it. So, I'm gonna do my number 3. Don't know, Opeth Gajura. Mastodon.
I was gonna say I thought of Mastodon while you
I
were
thought
thinking.
of Mastodon, but I was like,
I'm
too easy.
doing the big trio.
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Mastodon. Oh, so hard to choose from Mastodon.
Crack the Sky.
Yeah, I would say
Leviathan.
Crack the Sky.
Crack the Sky.
Crack
yeah.
the Sky was the first Mastodon album I heard. Me and my brother, we went to HMV, got a CD, put it in the car. We got Still Life and Crack the Sky CD, and L'Enfant Sauvage. We bought 3 CDs, put it in his Toyota Auris. It's like the best thing ever.
Shout out to Toyota Yaris.
Yeah. That was Yaris. My brother had Auris.
Aris.
Yeah.
Shout
That's
out
fair.
my Toyota Yaris.
It's a good car.
Yeah, that was a good car.
I miss my Polo. Vlad has
Right.
it. Shout out to Vlad.
Shout out to your old Polo that Vlad now has, and shout out Vlad.
Yeah. Oh, I've done the trio. Now I'm getting into,
You're in the top 2 now, right?
yeah. Oh, easy. Rust in Peace.
Good. Yeah, I can't fault that.
I would say Rust in Peace is not my top 5, but like best metal album ever. I would.
Why isn't it number 1?
No. I mean, I'm saying like not top 5 as in like in particular order.
Okay.
But if someone,
yeah.
if someone
Sorry.
says Rust in Peace is the best metal album ever, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Fair enough.
It's like, it's amazing. Sorry, Metallica. I'm not going to put Metallica in there, but I do love Metallica. I'm just trying to keep it into 5. Ashes of the Wake and Sacrament.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of more.
I'll-
It's gonna. I don't want to keep dragging it out, but I have to mention Slaughter of the Soul.
Oh,
At the
okay.
gates.
Let's do 3 honorable mentions when we get our number 1.
My number 1, George probably knows this one. Jane Doe by Converge. It is
I didn't know that.
It is one of the rawest metal albums ever. If not like the rawest metal albums ever made. I'm just saying.
I trust you to describe an album. Oh
Raw,
my god.
still dripping with blood. Is like
Basically.
the way you describe it.
Bro, try listening to the vocal performance and read the lyrics at the same time. You cannot. It just sounds like a madman on the mic. And probably
Tell me the album. What was the album called?
Jane Doe by Converge. I recommended you their latest album.
I haven't heard I've heard 2 of your recent recommendation. You've recommended me 3. That might be the 3rd one.
Okay, I sent you a link. I think
The
anyway.
thrash metal one I really enjoyed.
Oh yeah, that's New Corner album.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions. Strapping Young Lad, City. Speaking of raw albums, that is one of the angriest metal albums I ever listened to.
Devin Townsend's so underrated.
Yeah. City is my favorite project that he made personally.
Devin
but
Townsend
I can say he has a lot.
He has like the most refined, like the most perfect screams, like out of anyone. I've got to say, like the form and like his like approach to it physically is like so clean.
The thing is, it's clean, but it's raw at the same time. It's
and
not
his
like
pitch screams and everything. He can
Yeah.
do melodies and stuff.
Yeah.
Second honorable mentioned. It's in your top 5. Crack the Sky. I have to say, I was considering it in my top 5, but
R.I.P. Brent.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Brent Hines.
We also love Leviathan. I mean, they're all great albums, but
We'll get to your.
I used to listen to so much Leviathan.
Third honorable mention is Def's actually In the Night Side Eclipse by Emperor.
Okay.
I
was
want to put in a black metal album in there because I haven't really in my top 5, and I love black metal. That's like one of my favorites.
Leprous.
Leprous.
Would that be on your?
That's my free honorable. I can't go anymore. You
Go
put
on.
the
Yeah, we'll do this for hours. No, I was just thinking. I would expect Leprous to be like one of your.
They
one of
are.
your tops
I
up
love
there.
a lot of music, dog.
I think but I think we went with like of all time. I think
Yeah.
Leprous
Yeah.
was like a new discovery for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a big inspiration for me, but it's like I'm trying to dig deep.
Yeah. George, honorable mentions.
I had a couple. What did I say? Slaughter of the Soul at the Gates.
Yep.
I also mentioned
R.I.P.
Crack the Sky
vocalist.
as well. Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the music video?
No.
They did their last music video with the vocalist, and apparently like he was just before he died, and because he could barely scream, they did the whole album. I can't remember if it was an album or single in one take, and it's
okay.
actually like made me cry. You gotta watch it. It's
So
check
this,
it
so
out.
this is like a posthumous.
Posthumous.
Yeah.
Posthumous.
He passed
Sorry,
away.
I don't use that word
and then
often.
yeah, it made me cry.
All right.
Yeah.
Next honorable mention. Slaughter of the
Um,
Soul. What was next?
I'll throw a Primus in there. I think my favorite one might have to be Frizzle Fry, or either that or Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Frizzle Fry is raw.
I prefer Frizzle Fry.
Yeah,
It's your choice.
yeah,
So.
it has more of a vibe. I mean, no, it has to be Sailing. There's so many great like iconic songs on that album.
You gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop there.
No, you got one more.
Oh, okay.
Off the top of your head, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. 1, 2,
That's throwing me off.
3.
I can't think. All I can think about is you counting. Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast.
Fair.
Yeah.
Grew up with that band, so
Sim?
My 3 honorable mentions. That's so hard because we listen to so much different music. I would say, sorry, Eustace. Proofread 4 and 3
Why are you saying sorry?
because you don't like Proofread.
That's a different conversation for a different
Yeah.
episode.
I don't think you dislike Proofread. You're just not a big fan.
We'll get there at some point.
Yeah. I think it made a big impact on me because they were one of those bands that popularized home recording, and I was into home recording. That's what I love.
I can't fault that.
Yeah, they did pioneer that whole
Do it yourself.
do-it-yourself genre. So that, yeah, just Misha is a genius. Now it's really hard. Did Periphery. I just can't do Metallica. Not because I don't like them. I just can't pick. Like Megadeth, I have a clear favorite. It's Rust in Peace.
Yeah.
Metallica, I don't know. I don't have a clear favorite because I do like the Black Album. I do like.
It's gonna sound basic, but I think Master is the best album. I know there's probably the basic take,
Master
but...
Justice, Ride the Lightning, Black. I can't choose between them. They're all great albums.
Right.
Anyways, that's really hard. Periphery 3 and 4.
Anything Slayer? I swear you like Slayer. Like
I love Slayer, but nah, I can't put Slayer in there because when I didn't listen to Slayer albums at that time when I was a big fan.
okay.
I listened to Slayer songs, but I'm trying to think. Help me out, because you know, like
I'm trying to look around the room. Like I'm trying to look for.
I've done the trio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at your phone. See what's the top thing.
Let me see.
I wonder.
Because when you're trying to think off the top of your head with the cameras and stuff, it's like you can't think of anything.
I wonder. You said Lamb of God already.
I've done like all the bands that I really, really, really enjoy. Having a look.
I think.
Children of Bodom.
Oh my God! How did I not mention that?
Well, wasn't that like a very early thing for you?
Yeah, it was a big impact. Again, I didn't listen to albums. I listened to songs. So.
Oh yeah, that was me with System of a Down. All the people in our age range that like.
Liquid
YouTube
Tension
channels.
Experiment.
Oh,
Yeah, Liquor Tension Experiment. I was like into it. My brother showed me
Yeah.
that, and
we almost covered one of their songs.
yeah, I can't remember why.
It's for uni. I
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, thank God that didn't go ahead.
Yeah, we ended up doing Ghost of Perdition instead, which is such an easy song to do.
I'm gonna cheat and
remember, I
go.
think that
I'm
was
gonna
amazing.
cheat and go 4. I'm gonna put. I just lost it now. I literally seen it and then I lost it.
I like.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
uh,
If people are listening, they're listening. You know what I mean?
I like. Yeah, I would. If I would put Leprous, I would put Bilateral. Their best album, in my opinion. I will say Leprous would be if. It's like edging on like one of my. Actually, yeah, they are one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
But like they're edging into like Def territory for me in terms of how much of an influence they are.
I don't know.
Def is probably the most biggest influence on me.
I don't know Bilateral too well, but I love the track Forced Entry. That we saw them play that live,
Yeah,
and
so-
that was like really memorable.
Right, cool. Chaos AD and the one before
Sepultura.
that. Yeah, really love that. And Bleed the Future.
Fair.
Yeah, honorable
Right.
mentions.
When you started saying Chaos AD, then I was thinking of Chaosphere, and I was thinking you'd probably pick
Meshuggah.
Meshuggah as well.
That's a good
We
one.
would be here all day if we
Yeah.
kept talking.
It's
I feel
really
like
hard
we-
to not keep
I
thinking
feel like
of
we
more
have to. I
stuff.
feel like we should end it now.
Yeah,
I've been listening to a lot of like.
we love music. We really like listening to music.
I've been listening to a
Playing
lot
it.
of 12 and Ninja lately.
Oh, I miss them.
Shout out Black Sabbath. Wouldn't be here without you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, here's my thought for. I'm not gonna say.
In conclusion,
Yeah, so I think we're going to be the most regular podcast thing.
Yeah.
Like, because we work at the studio, we're always here.
close mates.
So, and we love. Like, this is the kind of conversation that we usually have without
Yeah.
us being recorded, anyways.
Yeah, this
So-
is the first time that, or at least for me and Eustace, that we've been in front of the cameras and stuff. And like the first 5 minutes, I was kind of feeling it out, but it feels kind of pretty natural at this point.
But we could, like, totally, like, have the same conversation, like, in your living room.
Yeah.
It's like eating
we have
pizza. Yeah,
had
so
these
it's like,
conversations.
yeah, so it's just that. So we're going to be more regular, and we're also going to have other cool guests.
Yeah.
But anyways, hope you enjoyed the podcast if you are still watching, and the next episode.
See you next time.
Shout out to Kanye West graduation.